What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and today we're going to be going over the 5 keys to victory for the New York Jets to beat the Denver Broncos at Mile High. This is going to be a very, very good and interesting test for our offense because this is a really good defensive team, and our defense should just continue doing what our defense is. But we're going to talk about the 5 specific things that I think the New York Jets need to focus on this week during practice to make sure that we beat the Denver Broncos and move to 5-2 in the season. But before we hop into that, guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. The channel is growing quickly and efficiently, and I really, really appreciate all the new people coming in. Hit the like on the videos. It really helps us beat out the YouTube algorithm and get this video out to new and exciting other Jets fans. But most importantly, guys, hit the comment section. The comments are going absolutely insane. I love it. I try to make sure that I respond to every single comment left on every single video. So if you haven't gotten into the comment section, what are you doing? Come on, get down there. It's a good time. Alrighty, guys. Let's talk about 5 keys to victory. I want to talk about my first key to victory, and I think everybody's mind is here because he's by far and away our best player, and he's on the best unit that we have, and that is we have to get Russ out of the kitchen. And what I mean by that is Russell Wilson, even though he's not necessarily being super productive, he is still a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And up until this year was making some extraordinary throws and some extraordinary plays. You have to hope, obviously, that he's not going to turn that back on or have that click on against the New York Jets. How do we make sure that he doesn't start connecting with these lethal wide receivers that Denver has? Get all up in his face and hit him consistently. Now, there is the opportunity that maybe Russell Wilson doesn't play. Doesn't change the plan. Our defensive line needs to keep the foot on the gas. We turned it on these last 2 games, and we got into the backfield effectively and a lot. We're creating a crap ton of pressure, and we're not doing it with blitzes. That's absolutely fantastic. Keep that momentum. Get home with the 4 guys that we have on the on the defensive line. And now's the game where I want to see the guys not named Quinnen really feast. Quinnen Williams has been the talk of the town this week. Awesome. They're going to focus him, and they're going to double team him. That's going to leave Jonathan Franklin Myers, Carl Lawson, Sheldon Rankins. That's going to leave these guys out on islands. Take advantage of it. Hit Russ and hit him constantly. Let's make him uncomfortable back there. Let's get the happy feet going. Let's start getting, defensive line interceptions, because the same thing that we did against Kenny Pickett, right? Let's make Russ look like a rookie is what I'm trying to say here. The defensive line needs to keep the foot on the gas. Next key to victory is turnovers, both offensively and defensively. Zach needs to continue not throwing turnovers and not giving the ball up. No fumbles, no interceptions, none of that stuff. We're doing a really good job of protecting the ball, and this is a really good defense in Denver. But most importantly, I want to see this defense start to create turnovers. Last game, we had 0 turnovers, and we had an incredibly productive defense. I want to start seeing these corners. I want to start seeing these safeties. I want to start seeing these linebackers getting not just pass deflections, which we're doing at an exceptionally high rate. I'm pretty sure Sauce leads the league in pass breakups. But I want to start turning those pass breakups into interceptions. Let's start batting the ball up into the air. Let's play. We're covering guys so well that shouldn't be a crazy ask. I'd like to see an interception or 2 against this team. Russell Wilson has not looked good. And if Russell Wilson isn't starting, we better get interceptions against the backup quarterback. That's just it. I want turnovers. I want to start not just winning football games, but I want to start doing the little things that help you win football games more consistently. Because as we get ready for the playoffs, that's it. I'm saying it. We're going to the playoffs. If we can start making turnovers, interceptions, getting the ball on defense and scoring on defense a regular part of this football team, watch out, because I don't know a single team that's going to stop us if we can add that to our repertoire. Next key to victory is we got to keep the offense. Keep the main thing. Don't fix something that ain't broke. I know a lot of people have been coming out and saying, this is the game that I want Zach Wilson to throw for 300 yards. Guys, I looked it up. All of the quarterbacks that have played the Denver Broncos, I don't think a single one has thrown for over 300 yards. Let alone, I don't think one of them has broken 250. I think Matt Ryan was at 250 yards. But Herbert, an elite quarterback, couldn't break 250 yards. Geno Smith threw for under 200 yards and won that game. Jimmy Garoppolo threw for under 220 yards. They lost that game by 1 point. Derek Carr threw for under 190 yards, and they scored 32 on them. Matt Ryan won his game, but like I said, I think he threw exactly for 250 yards. We got to keep the main thing. This offense is going and running through the run game, and let's keep it going that way. We win games off of the back of our running backs, and I think that's you can see the fact that Zach isn't being asked to throw a lot because we've led the football game for 8.5 quarters. In the Steelers game, we asked Zach to throw the ball, and he threw the ball quite effectively and efficiently. And I'm going to take one of those interceptions away from him because of the fact that was on Conklin. It hit his hands, and he tipped it up into the air. That shouldn't be on Zach as an interception. But he threw the ball out, and he aired it out, and he did exactly what we needed to. We just haven't asked Zach to throw it and air it out, and we shouldn't ask him to do it against Denver. Denver is the number 1 pass defense in the NFL. And I'm not trying to come up with excuses for Zach, but like, I don't care who, like, if you've got an elite run game, which is what the New York Jets have, and you're going up against the best pass defense in the football, in the NFL, come on, the game plan writes itself. You run the ball. That's it. So keep the main thing. We've got an elite running back there in Breece Hall. Let's just keep moving the ball, moving the chains, and let's just win the time of possession battle, because ultimately, I don't care about stat lines. Buffalo Jet fan made a great point in his live stream yesterday where he was talking about the fact that right now a lot of people are talking about Zach Wilson's stat line. He's got 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. And he made a great point to where, like, if Breece Hall can make it an extra half a yard on 2 different catches, now he's 3-2. If Tyler Conklin catches that ball, now he's 3-1. Like, talking about stats and talking about the box score without giving the context just doesn't work for me, guys. Watch the games. What are we doing to win the games? And let's keep winning the games like that. Denver, I think, is ranked 18th at stopping the run. If they can't stop it, we're going to dare them to stop the run every single time. And what is that going to do? That's going to open up our guys on the outside. And hopefully, when we do a play action, when we do an RPO, when we do something like that, we can get like that Corey Davis pass that we saw against Green Bay. Extends the field because we've been just running it down their throats the whole game. Boom. He hits Corey Davis for like a 50-yard throw. Keep the main thing on offense. The 4th key to victory is we got to keep winning on special teams. The New York Jets, in my opinion, have the number 1 special teams unit in the NFL. And we're creating turnovers. We're creating scoring opportunities. We're winning the special teams battle. Brant Boyer is doing an exceptionally good job with our special teams unit, and I was wrong to criticize him. I am sorry, Brant Boyer. You're doing a great job with our special teams unit. Keep the same thing going. Keep that momentum on special teams. We have an elite special teams unit. Let's make sure that we keep it elite, and because I think that we're going to ask Greg Zuerlein to do a lot this game because this defense is going to be hard to score points on. That's just the way that it is. And last but not least, the most important key to victory, if this is the only thing that anybody listens to, is we got to not get distracted by the fact that we won 3 in a row. We got to not get distracted by the fact that we won 4 of our last 5. We got to not get distracted that we're a 4-2 football team. This has the writings of a trap game for a young team that might be getting too high of themselves. Now, I believe in Robert Saleh and this coaching staff to keep that down, and we've got veterans that know how to win, and they're going to keep that down, and they're going to keep this team focused and on track. But we have to pay attention to not the record, not the 6 games before us, not the 10 games after this one. You got one focus this week, and that's the Denver Broncos. The season is an 18-week season, and we're going into week 7. There are still 11 weeks of football to be played, 10 weeks of football to be played in the bye, right? Focus on what's ahead of you. Don't get too far ahead thinking playoffs. Don't do any of that stuff. Us as fans, we're allowed to do that. But in the building, focus. The Denver Broncos, while they're not good on offense, have an elite defense. And this is going to be a dirty, dirty game. This is going to be an ugly game, and we're going to have to go to a stadium that's incredibly hard to play at in Mile High. Just focus and play your game. If the Jets do that, I have the Jets walking away with the win here because I think that we're the better football team. And that's just that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And last but not least, go Jets.